Hello? Hello? Am I here? I'm back, I think. I don't know what I did. Am I back? Did I leave? I don't know what I did. Yo, Harvey, I see you. I left, I think. Uh-oh. No, I'm not back in the proper one. I want to go back in the other one. It's the wrong one. Hope they find it and come back. I don't know what I did, Harvey. All I did was turn my phone around, and I ended up hitting ending the live. Ah. Okay. Can you invite people onto the panel? Do you know for Prism that you can have more than one person on the video? Or do you not know? Okay, just wondered. Well, maybe people will see that I'm back on and they'll come back. Hey McDonald, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I accidentally ended my other one, so hopefully people will see that I'm back here and they'll join here now. I was right in the middle of a good conversation too. Well, actually, we were just talking about my dog, but... Harvey, can you still go in the other one? Because people seem to be chatting still, and tell them I'm over here now. I would really appreciate that, sweetheart. Oh, tea leaf. What are you sorry for? Don't be sorry. Because you're here now with me, so it's alright. No, you didn't interrupt anything. You didn't interrupt anything, McDonald. I accidentally interrupted my own live feed. Okay, maybe they finally realized that it's gone. Prince, no. Got my dog hyping up. There we go. Yeah, I turned the phone and I accidentally hit the end button. Sorry about that. Keep it accountable. It was an accident. But you're here now, and McDonald's here too, so that's cool. We're here now. That's all that matters. We're back. I'm back. Okay. That's cool, but thank you for trying, Harvey. I appreciate it. It's not easy being green. Or as Chester Cheetah would say, it's not easy being cheesy. I feel bad I accidentally... The second time I did that now. I gotta learn not to mess with my phone. You get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. But yeah, so... But if you're a good guy, then stay a good guy. Don't have to be something you're not. Oh, you know, it looks like I missed it. No, yeah, I did. I missed a whole bunch of hair right there. Did I? Did I miss moves? No. Just the camera, okay. Ralphie, hey! Sorry about that, sweetheart. I accidentally hit the end button. What? Now my dog wants out. It's being a pain in the backside. Ugh. I'll be right back. Go in the yard. Go. Tell you what, that dog picks the most inopportune times to go outside. Who's picking on you? Oh, it's just away. I wonder if it's this new one. Okay, good. Okay, now I can read the chat on my TV. It's hard to see on my phone. Well, in this room, we don't pick on people, so nobody pick on anybody. We're all here. We're all equal. Nobody has faults. Nobody has blame in here. It's a new chat, new room, new day, new people, new day for everybody. Just say hi. How are you? And if somebody starts getting rude or picks on people, start calling people names, that's where I draw the line. I don't care. You can have your opinion on situations and things, but don't talk about people. That's all I ask. So let's keep it civil in here. Let's keep it nice. Hey, Under Blood Red Sky, how you doing, sweetheart? Thank you, Blood Red. Appreciate it. I try to, I try and stay neutral. People have their reasons for different things, and somebody may be having a bad day. Because one of my neighbors came over the other day. I'm usually really nice to him, and I've been in a lot of pain and I was a right bitch to everybody. And I was snapping at everyone, but at least he saw it, and he, welcome back, Pink Rose. But he understood, and he's like, are you okay? And the more he asked if I was okay, the more upset I got. It's like, and, it's like, I'm okay as long as people don't ask me if I'm okay. And I don't have to be upset and talk about things I don't want to talk about. So just don't ask me if I'm okay. Rather than that, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm on an even keel at the moment. I keep everything down, buried deep. I try and stay happy. Life's too short. You got to see both sides because you never know what's going on with people. So you got to be fair. Are you okay? Are you okay? Can I shirt you? Do you have anything on you that'll stick me, poke me, hurt me? Bombs, guns, hand grenades, rocket launchers, tanks? Have you been drinking? Can I search you? Is it okay if I send my drug dog around you? Is it okay if I send my drug dog to sniff around your car? Is this your current address? Do you know how fast you were going? Do you know why I stopped you? Life's tough, but life is short. Well, thank you, Retro Dude. I appreciate it. Thank you for popping in. Everybody smash that like on your way in, way out. Either way, appreciate it. Helps me out. Like I said, I'm new. I'm getting ready to go do some more audits, and hopefully if Ash is still available, he's coming down on the 11th. So we are going to do a live audit then. Life's too short to hold grudges. My ex-boyfriend, he holds grudges forever, man. Forever he holds grudges. It's been like 20 years, and I forgot. Somebody said something to him, and that person's made it up to him more than once. But he still holds it up. I forgot what it was, but he still holds that grudge against this person, and he just does not let shit go. Hence the reason why he's an ex. Oh, I completely missed a whole spot. I missed a spot when I dyed my hair. Now I got a gray streak. Woohoo! The Guinness Book of World. Where's that? The drink. Then I keep it accountable. I don't go to bed till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I have to say, Live Free was my first UK auditor that I saw, but from him, I saw Ash in his chat, and I started watching. I saw Ash there, and I saw Ash in SGV's chat, and so that's where I got a hold of Ash, started chatting with him, and he's a really sweet kid. I met him in person. He helped me out with my first live. Thank you, Sasha. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Appreciate it. It looks purple now because the filter I got on, but if this is supposed to be like a blue, it's called Blue Mercury. I'll have to change the filter on it. Let's see, go with that one. Yeah, see, then it just kind of washes it out. There we go. That's more to what it looks like. Trying to do my own ombre effect. I was doing it that Atomic Cosmic Violet from XXL. I had the bottom Cosmic Violet, and then when it washed out, it kind of went red. There we go. That's more like it. No. There we go. That's more like it. There, that looks more real. It was kind of going ready, and then I figured it's getting long enough. I want to do the ombre, and I couldn't figure out what color to do. The third color. I was going to do the purple and then the blue. And then because my hair grows so quick, I can do a third color as it grows in. So I'm trying to think of what color to do a third for the ombre. But it turned out pretty nice, natural. I have pictures, and when it's really nice in the sunlight, it looks like pearlescent-y, really shimmery and shiny. I like it in the sunlight. a red into, like, down in here in the purple, because it turned like a burgundy-ish when it washed out. I need to, you can see kind of now it looks kind of burgundy-ish. I need to get some more purple in it. Make it more purple, kind of darker. See, it's got the blue and then the purple, and then here it's kind of washed out. I need some more purple in it. That's a good quote. I like that, Sasha. Very nice. Love is an energy which comes easy. Hate eats people up. Inside. Definitely. Pete Hush, thank you for coming back in. Good boy. Hey, can I ask you guys a question? It's kind of a situation I've been going through. And it's kind of it's kind of personal, but it's not really personal. I don't care. Basically, I live here in England, and I've been here for 21 years now. And approximately 15 years ago, I went back to the United States and visited my sister. And, well, I went to go visit my friends. I was going to go visit my sister, but I was at my friend's house. And at the time in America, on mobile phones, you had to pay to receive calls as well as make calls. So I had no credit, and my sister ended up calling a family friend who my sister knew I always called. And apparently my sister had gotten into a fight with her boyfriend that night. So I spent 10 hours and hitchhiked to go see my sister to make sure she was okay. Get to her house. Next day I'm sitting in the pub where she's working. And while I'm sitting there, somebody says, "Oh, is that your sister?" And she says, "Yeah." And she goes, "Is that your sister? She's staying with you?" And she says, "Yeah," and she's not even paying me rent. I only just came up because she called me up in a panic because she'd just gotten in a fight with her boyfriend. And then she tells her friend I'm not paying her rent. So it kind of upset me. I went to her house and I sat and wrote a 2-page letter telling her about how much I missed her, how much I wanted my sister back. I know we've not been close, but I'd like to be close. I want to have the opportunity. I'm here now. Let's talk. Be my sister again. Folded the letter up and I handed it to her. I says, "This letter's for you." And I put it on the table in front of her while she was watching her TV program. Figured maybe after program she'll pick it up, take it in her room, and read it before she goes to bed. I get up in the morning, the letter's been untouched and left on the table and not read. So I said in the letter, and if I don't hear a response, it's my symbol to leave. So I up and left. Well, when I got home, about 2 months later, she calls up and asks if she can borrow £1,000 because she needed to pay her rent, she needed to get her antidepressants, and she had to get insurance on her car that her daughter had crashed. Well, me being her sister and caring about her, I asked my boyfriend then at the time if he would loan it to her. So he took the money off his credit cards and loaned it to her. 3 months later, she called up and borrowed another $500, so about £1,500 she borrowed off it, something like that. And then over the years, I'm calling her and asking for it back, and she's saying she can't do it, she can't afford it. And she's my sister, says, "Okay, well, I know you can't, but when you can, try and send a couple here, $20 a month or whatever you can." A couple years later, come to find out that my brother spoke to her about it, and she seems to think that while I was there visiting her, that I stole $1,500 off of her. So her revenge for supposedly taking this money off her was to borrow the money back off of me, stroke my boyfriend, and never pay it back. And since then, I've not spoken to her. But now my mom and everybody else are trying to tell me, "Oh, she's your sister, you need to speak to her, blah, blah, blah." I don't think I need to speak to her because I know I never stole anything off of her. And I was the one that's always been there for her my whole life. I've always called her. She's never called me but twice in her adult life. And that's only when she's needed something. So I don't think that I should speak to her. What do you go? Am I in the wrong? Am I being childish for not speaking to her? I used to have hot pink hair. I went to, I was going to travel agent school, and I failed my third stage in the class like 3 times. And I go back with pink hair, and I finally finished the class off. Thank you. It is. I don't know what I should do, if I should speak to her or not. Everybody wants me to, but I don't feel I should. But anyways, back to my travel agent thing. I went, and at the end of it, I worked so hard to pass that part of the class 3 times. And at the end of school, everybody's getting their certificates, you know, most likely to succeed, most likely to get a job. I got a certificate because I had dyed my hair at the end of the school year. I got a certificate, not for most improved, not for this, that, and the other. I got a certificate for realizing pink hair isn't cool. And I had bright pink hair at the time, and I loved it. But I got a certificate in school for realizing pink hair isn't cool. Not for most improved, not for doing this, not for doing that, for my achievements, but for my hair. Do you know how sad that was? How hard I worked in that, and all they would do is give me a certificate for my hair. Hey David, welcome to the chat. Freaking... Oh, there's tea leaves in my iced tea. My tea bag broke. Hello, mister. Can I close the door now? Are you in? Can I close the door now that you're in? I'll be right back. I'm going to close my door. Spunkfish! How you doing, Spunk Hun? You eat crayons too, Harvey? My favorites is the purple and the green. What's your favorite? Prince, back off. Back. Away. 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 Away, away. Up away, aye. And when we try to find home, we know the way. Away, away. Hello, Miranda. Back away. You pain in my backside, Mr. P. This dog is a big bum. Sorry, I'm a little close to the camera at the moment. I pulled my table in. Harvey's being a good lad. I've seen him so far. Yes, he can be a good lad. I don't know about if he is or not. I don't know him well enough to make that opinion. But as far as I know, he's being good right now. Okay. There we go. My hair's my way. There. Say what? Lives in $1 million home crying over buying a vacuum part. Oh my goodness. Same to me, Pink Rose. He's always been nice to me as well. It's weird. I'm trying to read the comments and keep like I'm looking at the camera as well, so it's not like I'm looking away. So I'm looking at the camera, looking at the TV so I can read the chat, look at the camera, look at the chat, look at the camera, look at the chat, look at the camera, look at the chat. I'm gonna get dizzy. I remember when I was a kid back in America and Kirby was first coming out. I think I was 10 years old and my dad paid $1,500 for a Kirby. And that was 40 years ago. $1,500 on a vacuum. That's ridiculous. Tea leaves. Thank you for joining, Spunkfish. I appreciate you coming and showing your support. I started earlier, but apparently I accidentally ended it showing off my dog. So I gotta be careful with how I handle the phone. I guess next time I'll have to call him up on the sofa and have him jump in front of me. I'm going to be doing an audit, hopefully with Ash, on the 11th. Going to do a walk through Bristol City and stuff like that. And I'm going to do my surprise, you're live on YouTube, catches of people. In doing that, I was also thinking, just different stuff going through my head of things to do. I was going to sit there with my camera just filming out and putting a sign, you're live on YouTube, do your best, and just have people just jump in and do whatever they want in front of the camera as well, and let people judge them that way and do stuff like that. But I don't know, just random stuff. I lay in bed, my brain doesn't shut off, so my brain does a lot of work at night when I'm trying to sleep. But just all kinds of different stuff goes through my head on what to do in different ways. But I'm definitely going to get a GoPro for my dog. Where's the M15 building of the MI5? That's in London. That's 2.5 hours away. I don't go that far. I can't take my dog on a coach. What, Mr. P? What? No. No. No more. Quit your begging. That's what I thought. A trowel? Just dig in the dirt, I suppose, with one hand. You know, kind of cup your hand like this and just start digging, then you're a trowel. Or I suppose you can always go to the store and buy a trowel and attach it to your hand, then you can be the handle for it. Actually, Harvey has 18 accounts. I think it was, he said, was it 18? More than, I know he's got at least 8, he said. He's an international trowel, not a troll, a trowel. I would do that. I love driving. I don't remember how many you said, Harvey. I know it was 18 plus or something like that. I don't remember. I would love to just be able to get in a camper van or something and just drive across country. Be able to stop at all the national parks and the Yellowstone and Grand Canyon and Petrified Forest. Actually, I heard one of those, the Petrified Forest, I think one of the trees fell or something. Something happened to the Petrified Forest. I don't remember it, something, I think it burned or one of the trees fell down or something like that was up there. But yeah, I'd love to go see all that stuff in Yellowstone. I've never been to Yellowstone as long as I've lived in America. Never been to Mount Rushmore. But I would love to be able to just get a mobile home and just travel the country. You know, I'm getting up there in age, so it's about time I do it. But I don't have a driver's license anymore. That expired 25 years ago, 26 years ago. That's what I heard. I don't know. I heard it is. I feel bad if it is starting to swell because it apparently it is due for it's overdue for its was it 5,000 year explosion or something like that. Because isn't Yellowstone one great giant caldera anyway? I was supposed to come back to America in April 5th last year. I had everything planned, was just waiting on my passport, and then COVID hit and I had to cancel my trip. If my trip wasn't canceled, I would probably still be there today. But still ain't made it, and still ain't got my passport back. I applied February last year. They told me it'd take 3 weeks to get, and then COVID hit, and so they put on the thing that they're not doing passports, only emergency passports because of COVID. So I waited and I waited and I waited. March this year and a month later, I get a letter saying that I can't have my passport because I supposedly have warrants from 1998. Well, if I have warrants from 1998, how was I able to get a passport in 99, in 2001, and 2009, and 2020? Oh, not 2020, no. Anyways, I ended up getting 3 passports in that time, but they said I couldn't get my passport because I had warrants that needed to be cleared. That was in March. In April, I got them all cleared. In May, I let them know. Still waiting for a passport, and then I get a letter saying that I got my passport in March, and that if I want a passport, I have to go in and apply for a lost passport. But I never got my passport. They never gave it to me. Now they're telling me I have to pay another $110 for a passport that I never got. So, and now apparently in America they're making it to where if you ain't got the vaccination, you can't fly anyway. So I guess I ain't flying nowhere because I ain't sticking no chemicals in my body that ain't been tested. And I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm just a not yet vaxxer. Until it's been proven and people see side effects or whatever's going on, I just don't trust it yet. Yeah, that's what I heard. If you're a high roller, you get free room. I know you get free drinks if as long as you're gambling. The waitresses will come up and you get drinks all day long as long as you're gambling. Last time I went to Las Vegas, I was with my best friend, and we got in a fight, and she left me, and I ended up getting banned from this hotel that we were outside of, and I was sitting in this hotel, and this guy goes, "You look like you just lost your best friend," and I says, "As a matter of fact, I did. I'm stuck here, and I have no way of getting back to California." He says, "Well, I'm going off for a bit. You can come and stay in my room if I've got 2 beds. Come up there, meet me at my room at this time, and I'll let you sleep in one of the beds." I says, "Well, thank you." So I went upstairs to his room, knocked on his door. He wasn't there. Sat outside his room, and apparently I fell asleep because he came up with security guards saying that there was a homeless person asleep outside his door, and I got 86 from the hotel for falling asleep in the hallway in front of the door of the man who said that I can come to his room. And that's my Las Vegas story. Heck, Harvey wishes he had Harvey Price's mom's real money. Well, actually, I heard she's broke, so this Harvey Price probably has more money than Katie. Anyway. Away, away. So anybody have plans for today's Saturday? I say they have plans for the weekend. Weekend's almost over already. Being it's Saturday today. Is it Friday or is it Saturday today? Thank you, Batman. I appreciate it. Yay, big up party time. My nose itches, man. Don't know what I did. Sorry about this, guys. Oh. Okay, so what are people's plans for the weekend? Then I can ask now that the weekend's just here. My dog's bum just exhaled. Oh, that's cool. I can scroll back to chat. That's cool. Hey, Pink Rose, as a waitress, do they still pay you like? Well, I remember it used to be only $2.15 an hour plus your tips, or do you guys get like a set salary now on top with tips on top of that, or is it like a minimal salary plus tips? Because I remember one time I think minimum wage was like 6, 7 quid, but waitresses were only making like 2.15 because their tips made up for their money, so they were only getting like 2.15 compared to regular workers that were getting like $6, $7 an hour. So I didn't know if it was still you were still getting low like that, or if you're getting normal minimum wages now. If I need new plumbing drains, I just call the council. Hey Tinkerboo, thank you for joining. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? Appreciate you coming in. See, that's here. So you're here in the UK then? Because I know I don't know what it's I don't know what it's like here in the UK, but in America, I know the waitresses got really low wages plus their tips. So if they got like I said, when minimum wage is like $6 or $7, they only got like $2.15 because all their tips made up for their wages. So I didn't know. I didn't know if that's like that here in the UK or not. Nigel! Hey, sweetheart! Sitting on my hair. Pulling it. Oh, I get tired. What time is it? It's almost 11. 10, 11. I don't know. I see. And you're here in the UK. Okay. My eyes are watering now from yawning. What part of the UK are you in? I'm in Bristol area. Birmingham. I had a friend in Birmingham. I rode my scooter to Birmingham twice. It was a nice drive, going on the back A roads. Took me, a good 3 hours to get there. It was a fun drive, though. Both times it rained. I had to stop at the auto parts store and get some rubber gloves to put over my hands to stop my hands from freezing in the rain. It was fun. Ouch. But yeah, definitely I'm going to get a harness and a GoPro for my dog. That'll be fun. Send him, he can go places that I wouldn't dare go because he has a mind of his own. He doesn't listen anyway. I give him a good little tap on the bum with the sticks and it doesn't do anything. I don't whip him, I just give him a, let him know I'm there. All I have to do is threaten him with it. I don't even really use it and he thinks he's going to get it. Never really had to hit my dog. No, I'm not. My mom lives in Yatton, as a matter of fact, Spunkfish, and my brother lives in Wraxall. So I know Nelsy, and I used to work at Nelsy Backwell School cleaning when I first came over with my mom back in 96, I believe it was. Me and Mom used to do the cleaning at the Nelsy Backwell schools. And then, I don't know if you know Nelsy well enough, but Nelsy Patio Supply is owned and operated by my cousin. I've never done ecstasy. I have to admit, the only pills I ever done is some Valium. Good Sunday car boot. Where's the car boot at in Yatton? See, I don't go to the car boots in Yatton unless it's at the cricket club. My grampy and my gran are buried at the cricket club there in Yatton, and he used to be the groundskeeper there at the cricket club before he died, obviously. Yes, I did. I hung out in Redondo Beach when I used to live out in California before I moved here. Redondo Beach, Wilmington, Harbor City, Hollywood, LA. I was homeless a lot out in that area. No, I never did. I didn't pay attention really to anybody but my friends. Like I said, I was homeless running around. And I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing. I don't regret anything because it makes me who I am today. But I don't do any of that stuff that I used to do anymore. The only thing I ever continued doing from a child is marijuana. That's the only thing I do now. I don't even drink. I've heard of the name. I'm sure if I saw him, I might know him, but I recognize the name. He was a B-movie actor. Do you know any movies he was in that I might know? No, I didn't see that one. I'll have to look that up. I've seen American Ninja. I don't remember it very well, but I do remember seeing it. Obviously, it was one of those ones that I wasn't too interested in, but I do remember seeing it. I did it too. I left home because I was, well, not because I was, but I left home when I told my mom on the day I turned 18 I'm moving out. And sure enough, when she went to work, I moved out. She came home to a note on my bedroom floor with all my stuff moved out. And then I got involved in drugs, and then day after my 20th, I was 18, then day after my 23rd birthday, my dad was killed. And I really got heavily into drugs. Started doing cocaine and speed. around the streets of Hollywood, did the Hollywood street thing, worked in 3 different strip clubs in Hollywood on top of that, got heavily into crack, come off of that myself cold turkey, because I was I was in somebody's apartment, and I was smoking, and I did what we call the shotgun hit, where you take a biggest hit as you can, you hold it as long as you can, you let half of it out, you sit down, you hold the other half in as long as you can, you let it out, and you close your eyes. Everybody says I could that. Wouldn't know how to start. And next thing I know, I'm sitting there, and I can see myself in the room. I'm looking over the whole apartment, and I see myself slouched against the wall in the kitchen. And there's this person standing next to me, glowing bright. And all I remember is this person saying, "Is this how you want to go? I have more things planned for your life. This is not the way you meant. Go on." And next thing you know, I was back in the apartment. But all I remember is looking over the apartment and somebody standing next to me telling me that that's not how I meant to go. But I quit cold turkey. No help. Ran the streets of Hollywood. Was raped 3 times. Not proud of that, but I'm a better person for it. And I hold no ill will. I forgive them. I don't forgive what they did, but I forgive them. Had 14-inch knife held to my neck. Had 44 held to my head. All kinds of stuff. I lived a wild lifestyle, but obviously coming here to England has settled me down a lot. A lot. And I think I've always called myself the black sheep because I've been a wild child, and I think the thing that finally calmed me down is when my mom finally acknowledged me and introduced me as her black sheep. She finally accepted me for who I am, for being different. I was always compared to my sister. Why can't you be like Vicky? Well, Vicky did this and Vicky did that. Why can't you? Well, for one, I'm not Vicky, so don't compare me to Vicky. So I think she finally learned to accept me for who I am, for the things I do. So I'm happy, I'm me, and I don't care. Exactly, Spunkfish, and that's all you can do. But now I find that sometimes when I'm sitting with people, I say things as I see it. I don't have a filter when I'm speaking. It's like I say things, and I don't mean things to come out in a harsh way or in a mean tone way, but sometimes things I say come out that way, and people tend to alienate themselves from me because they don't like the things I have to say. But you know what? Hell with it, a hell of a lot of shit out there. But I don't care if they don't like it. They don't need to be my friends. If you don't like what I have to say, don't listen. But then I find I'm always explaining myself. No, I didn't mean this. It's this. And then I got to beat around the bush way instead of just saying it point blank. I got to beat around the bush and explain what I'm saying, and then I got to explain what I had to explain. And the more I know my dog, the more I hate people. I just try not to talk to anybody anymore because people just don't get me. And so if they don't get me, they don't get me. That's on them, and I'll just be me and you do you and say la vie and live life as you are. Well, thank you, Pink Rose. I appreciate it. Thank you, Spunkfish. I appreciate it. I really do. It's just this year has been a year of, February has been from February last year, it's just been a really big learning curve for me. I've never really lived alone. Even when I was homeless, I was living with other people, so I've never lived alone. I'm 52 years old, and I just moved out of my ex-boyfriend's house after 18 years. We were split up for 12 of those 18 years. And I finally moved into a flat. I live by myself now. I've never had to pay my own bills, because I've always had people do it, or I've never had bills to pay. Obviously, living with my boyfriend, it was his house. He paid the bills. I kept the house clean, tidy. I cooked the meals. I cleaned the house. He paid the bills. It worked out fine. And now that I'm living in my own house, I'm learning about paying bills, setting up direct debits. But I don't like being alone. I think that was one of the reasons I kind of hooked up to YouTube, where I can chat with people and stuff, and like Ash and people that see him face to face. I don't like being alone. I like having people or being able to talk to people. But I'm like a cat, I guess. When I've had enough of people, it's like, okay, I've had enough. Go away. Leave me alone now. But I like my peacefulness and my quiet time. But I crave people, and I crave being around people. And I'm a people watcher. I love people. I love being around people. But I want it under my terms and my conditions. It's like when I want people around, I want you around. When I've had enough, okay, go home. I've had enough. But I'm not like that where I can just tell people if they're here visiting. It's like, okay, if they want to sit, I'll sit up until 1 o'clock in the morning if they're going to sit here and want to visit that long. I'm not the type that's like, well, I want to go to bed. You need to go now. It's like, okay, well, if you want, I can put my sofa bed out, and I got an extra bed if you want to sleep. But I'm tired. I'm gonna go lay down. You can stay here and sleep. But I'm going to bed. I'm not like, oh, you need to go now. I got a sofa bed. I've got 2 double beds. So I got plenty of room for people to sleep over if they come. But it's just me and my dog, and like I said, this year I've been learning a lot about myself and getting to know me better. And since I've been here in this flat, I've lost good, like I said, 75 pounds, I guess. Because all I ever did at my ex's house is drink sodas and eat takeaway. Because he didn't like to wait for cooking. He just wanted to cook right. He wanted food ready then and there. And by the time his food got there, I could have cooked something ready prepared for him. But he didn't like shopping, so all we ever did was eat takeaways. And all he would buy in the house was Coke or Lucozade, so all we ever had is sugary drinks. And I poured on the pounds. I was almost 305 pounds, I think. And I'm down to 235 last I checked. So I'm liking myself better now. I'm learning more about myself. I do still get anxiety going out by myself. I get really shy around meeting new people in person. That's okay, Emery. It's all right. I don't know how to put out a notification and say, everybody, I'm back. You don't have to come in just because I'm live, Anne-Marie. Don't think because you're mod you have to be in here. You don't have to. You can come as and when and whenever you want. But as I was saying, I'm learning to be myself again. So I'm like I said, I get anxious when I go out by myself. And like if I'm at the train station and I miss my train, I will cry like a baby. I made a little vlog about coming home and losing my phone because the train wasn't running. Cried like a baby. I got on the wrong bus, went only 2 stops up, but cried like a baby. I was lost. I didn't know where I was. I was only 2 stops away from where I needed to be. Panicked, borrowed a stranger's phone, had them call my mom, had my mom call my ex, had my ex come get me early because he had my dog. So he was coming to get me. But fortunately enough, while I was waiting for my ex to come get me, the bus I left my phone on was coming, and he's off duty, and he brought my phone back to me, so that made that easier. But I get bad anxiety when I travel. So I try not to go anywhere unless I have somebody with me to help make sure my head's attached. Apparently, while I was living with my ex, I didn't know this, but talking to when I got my housing benefit, they had me on home choice, and they put me in band 2, which apparently is for like people that are abused and beaten, and you know, band 1 is for like people that are sick and imminent death and stuff like that. Band 2 is for people that are abused and beaten and stuff like that. Band 3 is for homeless, and band 4 is just for anybody. Well, apparently they put me in band 2 because I was being emotionally abused by my ex, which I never looked at it that way. But after what I told everybody, yeah, he was abusing me. It's like he would constantly put me down, say bad stuff about me, constantly talk about my family, i.e. the situation with my sister that I was talking about earlier, because it was his money that she borrowed. And everybody's like, yeah, he's abusing you. He's abusing. Why didn't you leave sooner? Well, I didn't know I couldn't leave because I had nowhere to go. I didn't have any money. I couldn't get housing benefit because I lived with my boyfriend. So they wouldn't give me housing benefit, and I couldn't work because of my back disability. I have chronic sciatic problems in my back. I've had surgery on my lower back. I have prolapsed discs in my neck and in my lower back. I have degenerative joint disc disease in my back and my jaw now. They're talking about replacing the joints in my jaw bones now as well. So, I don't know. I'm trying to get myself back to being me at the end of the day. You know, if it's not one thing, I'm falling apart at the seams, but I'm trying to hold myself together at the end of the day. And with wonderful people to talk to like you guys on here, you know, just so I can even let me vent and listen to what I have to say, whether you are or not. It makes me feel you are because you're there and you comment. So, yeah, it does, especially at night when I roll over, my whole left leg just goes if like laying on my back, and as soon as I go to roll over, my whole left leg just goes instantly heavy, and then I cramp from here to here on my leg, on my foot. Every night it starts cramping up in this little area. And night before last, the back of my calf and the back of my thigh cramped up, and I was like this, and my leg was up in the air, bent like this for a good 15 minutes, just vibrating from the pain. And I couldn't scream and cry because my nephew was asleep in the bunk above me, and I was on the bottom bunk because I was at my mom's house. But for 15 minutes, I was like, my leg was, and I was trying my hardest not to wake the poor kid in there. But my legs cramp bad every night. I don't get any sleep. So again, being on here is my entertainment, and people like in my company, my entertainment, and my source of companionship. Say who, what was doing what to who for how many cookies in whose doghouse? Pardon me. God, it's so quiet. I miss not hearing people talking and it's just me. And of course, I got my dog sleeping down there. It's funny because when his toes tap my table, so he's tap dancing in his sleep on my little coffee table. Oh, there he goes. Now he's tapping the bowl. Bless his little heart. He's my buddy. When I go to sleep at night, he curls up behind my knees. And I have to curl my knees, tuck them around him. And he tucks himself in and just sleeps there all night behind my knees. He's my baby. Oh, thank you, Spunkfish. Love you too. But anyways, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Because it's going on, 2 hours now? Since I went live. And I think I am going to get an early night and maybe try and get some sleep. I'm tired. I've been yawning here. So, but thank you all for your support. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the 100+ subs now. I appreciate all of you. And I will definitely get out there and get some auditing videos soon. Like I said, I'm just getting my stuff together, and now that I go live and figured it out, I can do more. Hey, Matrix. Hands. Hands. Hello. Woohoo. Is that close enough? Your palm reader? Read my palm. Have a good weekend, everybody. TTFN. Peace out.